I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam, and today we are joined with our analyst Michael Irvin.
Mike, what's good? Killer, what's going on?
What's good, bro? How y'all?
Chilling, man. I see all y'all got y'all educated glasses on.
Hey, you know, I wear glasses all the time. But Cam, I do like that look, Cam. That's dig it. That's that old, you know, you don't always want to look like a thug. Sometimes you want to just fake people out, like, you know, like you just a good scholar. You know, Cam looks like a scholar.
I actually wear glasses a lot. When we first started the show, Mace was wearing glasses, so I didn't want to wear my glasses all the time. I didn't want to have the same look. I don't like looking like people. That's not my thing.
So they don't call you twin. That's why I didn't wear my glasses today. I kind of felt it.
I got a feeling everybody's going to wear glasses.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Obviously, I was right.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Mace, I see that black and white you got on that sweater. I know you trying to pull off because I had that black and white on a couple of days ago. That same thing when you tried to call me out. I like that look. I like that look, man. All right, you know.
Mike is actually brown. Look. It's actually chocolate and white, Mike. But good try. Okay,
dark brown. I like it even more. Dark brown. It's right for this season.
Okay.
It's right for the season.
A mocha. We like to see it. And also, just quick thing about the glasses thing. It's funny because I don't know if you guys need them or don't. I don't even need glasses. I literally have 20/20 vision, but I just wear them for fashion.
You have 20/20 Stat? Yeah. You can see all the way?
I can see perfectly fine. People are like, oh, your glasses are cute. I'm like, yeah, they're not. They're blue light lenses. They're not.
You're not nearsighted or farsighted.
My vision is like perfect. I can see very well. But just for fun. It's fashion.
Mike, are you nearsighted or farsighted?
No, I'm far. I can see far. I got problems seeing these small words on paper. So what I have is my medicine is down low. So when I'm looking down, I can see. But when I'm looking out or reading a prompt or anything, there's no medicine in the glasses there.
Okay, so that kind of explains it. You can't see things when they're right there in front of your face.
Ooh. He's gonna use that.
Don't even try that one.
Don't use that.
That's pretty good, that makes that. You know, don't try to use that, man. Don't even try that, man.
He definitely will.
Yeah, he tried it.
Right. Okay, so let's get into our predictions first. So tonight, the Bills will play the Texans. CJ Stroud remains in concussion protocol. So, Mike, do you think the Texans can come out victorious, or is this the Bills' game?
It's a long shot for the Texans to come out victorious. Even though you got to give them credit, this will be the third game in a row that Davis Mills start, and he's been winning and putting up some points. At least 2 games ago, he put up some pretty good points, but I thought Buffalo found their groove last week, playing against Tampa, putting up 44 points, and Josh Allen putting up 3 each way. 6 touchdowns, 3 by run, 3 by air. I thought they kind of found their groove, and I think they'll take care of the Texans pretty good.
Yes, to Mike's credit, I don't think that the Texans would have won if they had CJ Stroud. I will go on the record of that. I just think, like Mike said, that the Bills right now are playing really strong, and Josh Allen is looking like he's having a MVP season. And I don't think they would have beat them again with CJ Stroud. So to not have him present, even though the backup is playing really good at QB2, becoming QB1, they don't have enough to beat. In my personal opinion, they don't have enough to beat the Bills.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Texans haven't looked good in the last couple years. We was really big on CJ Stroud his rookie year. We thought he was going to be one of these players that may turn into an elite quarterback. Not saying he still can't, but we thought it was going to be kind of faster than the process that's going now. And not just that, Texas haven't been balling this season at all, like May said, with or without C.J. Stroud. And Buffalo definitely looked good last week, and I know that Buffalo needs to win to try and stay close to the Patriots, so I'm going with Buffalo to win this game.
All right. Now let's get into our underdog pick. So we obviously know the game is tonight. Underdog has Josh Allen at 226.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
226? I'm going higher.
Cam?
Yeah, I'm going to go higher as well.
Okay, James Cook is at 73.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Yeah, lower.
Okay, and Nico Collins is at 74.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Higher.
It's a good one. I'm going to go higher as well.
Okay.
They're going to need it.
Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So we've been seeing a lot of teams that we didn't expect to be at the top. So between the Panthers, Colts, Patriots, and Bears, Mike, which of these teams have surprised you the most this season with how well they've played?
And I love this question because both of these four teams are here, and a lot of people, like you said, didn't believe or expect these teams to be here. But when I look at them, like the Colts, they had some things, some talent. They just needed that quarterback, and they're doing better than anybody thought because Daniel Jones is playing better. The Bears, you got a first pick quarterback over there. You just got a brilliant offensive coordinator, so you expected them to do some things this year. I'm shocked at the Panthers. Really shocked to see what the Panthers are doing right now. But the number one team that you got to be most surprised about are the Patriots. I mean, this team and the way they're playing with Drake May at quarterback. I mean, this has been an incredible year for me. Right now, you can give Mike Vrabel the Coach of the Year award right now. I don't care what the rest of the season is like. For what he's done with the Pats. I'm most surprised that the Pats are where they are.
If I had to go on the record and say which team I'm most surprised by, I would have to say the Carolina Panthers because just last year, I think they were selling the tickets for 50 cents, $1. They was basically giving the tickets away, begging people to come to the games. And now here they are playing at a much, much higher level. And I would say they will be number one for me. The number two team that I wrote down, that will be my second team, is the Indiana Colts because, like he said, they had all of the pieces, but we were just not sure about the quarterback position. And when you don't have a QB1 playing well, it's kind of hard to win in the National Football League. So those will be my two teams that I'm greatly surprised. And I must go on the record and say I'm also surprised that the Chiefs are not playing as well as they should be playing. This is an absolute surprise. It's not a heartbreak yet, as long as they could turn it around in this latter part of the season.
Well, growth. That's growth.
Look at somebody telling the truth. Wow.
Right. Oh,
fucking amazing, man. Word, man. Look at somebody finally telling the truth. I don't know where that came from. Amazing, man. Welcome, amazing. The door been open for a while. We all been waiting for you to come inside.
Maybe because I have my fingers like you be putting your fingers when you tell the truth. That's how I know when Cam is telling the truth. He put his fingers like this. He's ready to tell the truth. So great observation.
I'm glad you're observing the posture, man. But to answer the question, I was going to go with the Carolina Panthers as well. Like May said, we was making a lot of fun of them last year, how he's almost giving tickets away. But then when I looked at this question was going to be asked, and I looked at it, I didn't know that the Carolina Panthers actually had a better record than the New England Patriots last year by a game. Right. So to agree with Mike, I'm going to have to go with Mike because we're so used to for the Patriots to do well that sometimes even when they're not doing well, we figure maybe they won 6, 7 games last year. Maybe they won 8 games. They actually only won 4 games last year, and Carolina won 5. So when I seen this on the list of questions, I went to everybody's record, went to see what they did last year. So I'm gonna have to agree with Mike on this particular one, even though my original answer before I did the due diligence was the Carolina Panthers. But damn, the Patriots been stinking it up for a few years now. Now we know they wasn't what they was since Tom Brady left, but I didn't know that they was that bad. It's kind of like the San Antonio Spurs. When they wasn't winning after, the key players left, Ginobili, Tim Duncan, the rest of the crew, some type of way, Greg Popovich still was getting them to the playoffs. And you're like, well, that's my team. So I'm like, yo, I ain't asking y'all to tank, but god damn, man, Greg Popovich always made it to the playoffs some type of way. 4 or 5 seasons after these guys left. It's just been the last 2-3 years that they haven't been going to play, maybe 4. And I was thinking about that, about Bill Belichick, and I'm like, yo, they still been all right, but they haven't been all right for a long time. So I'm gonna agree with Mike on this and say the most surprising from the turnaround since last year is the Patriots.
Yeah, and what are you guys, why nobody picked the Broncos? They're 9-2 as well.
Well, the Broncos is a good answer too, but just out of the ones that I listed, that's why I was curious, because these are the ones that have been stirring up a lot of conversation, but obviously that's not a bad take either. Okay, so even though he's not playing on the field, he's gonna find a way to make the headlines. So Scatteroo was seen attending WWE Raw at Madison Square Garden along with teammates Abdul Carter and Roy Robertson Harris. He was in a bit where he shoved a wrestler and they sort of did a back and forth, did a little brawl. If you guys remember, Scatteroo is on injury recovery. So after seeing that clip and then seeing kind of what happened, Mike, what's your opinion on his participation in this during the season, even though he isn't playing? But what are your thoughts?
Scatteroo's been scattered about New York. And collecting some of those pats on the back. I saw him Saturday night at the UFC fight, so I was in New York. I was like, man, I guess, hey, were you king of New York? You gotta go and be king of New York. I ain't got no issue with that, man. I think, honestly, I think what he does is really, he makes a fan base hype. They got them a little superstar running back who has personality. I like to say he got a little junk in his trunk. I mean, he's some brothers. Got some brothers.
Hey,
yo. Mike, what?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, yeah, Scatteroo out everywhere. But Scatteroo gonna be big, dog. I promise y'all. If he heals correctly, because that was a pretty serious injury. But if he heals correctly, yeah. And I don't have a problem with that. Not in today's game, because today is not just about football anymore. It's about your individual brand and all of this stuff. And Scatteroo is making a brand for himself. So I don't have an issue with him getting out. He didn't put himself in harm's way. Wait, did y'all see also when that little skit with Carter? You can tell that's one of the most cock-strong old country dudes, right? Abdul Carter. Because he had to push somebody in that little skit they did.
Mike, it's called acting, Mike.
Dude. Now, but you can tell when somebody's so strong and they push you with a force. I believe he pushed them harder than they acted or they wanted him to, because they just went out the picture. I said, that's a strong dude right there. But I'm happy for Scatteroo. I like it.
Yes, when it comes to Scatteroo and him paying his respect to the WWE, so many of us who grew up on WrestleMania and things of that nature, I look at it like he's just enjoying himself, as well as when people are injured, sometimes to sit at home could be the worst thing that you do, because your thoughts can get lower, your mental can begin to be compromised. And I think him getting out as well as growing his brand at the same time while he's injured is a great thing to do. And if he, like you said, if he's gonna grow in that market of New York, he got to go out and do other things. So I'm all for it, long as he doesn't get hurt while he's out. But if he gets hurt while he's out, this whole narrative changes. Like, what are you doing? Why was you there? you know, this could change really fast. So while you're out there, really protect yourself, Scatteroo. And we're looking forward to you recovering really soon and having a phenomenal career.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys' take. Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? I agree with both of you guys' take. My thing is this. I just want to say it's two things. I want to give Cam Scatteroo publicists a lot of credit, and not just his publicist, playing in the New York market is really a big deal. Because they, you know, first of all, his name is Cam, right? We'll start there. We'll just start with that. And Scatteroo is kind of a catchy name. You know what I'm saying? But why the fuck, you know, and just me, whatever, I don't care about New York fans or getting mad, whatever. This is what it's talking about. When you got a catchy name, you live in the New York market, you get a lot of praise. Cam Scatteroo played 8 NFL games in his career. And niggas be talking about this nigga like he miniature Emmett or something. Like his name gets brought up too much for him not to done as much shit that people think he's done. He played 8 NFL games in his life. Yo, Scatteroo's here, Scatteroo's there. Yo, you see Scatteroo? He rushed for 22 yards last game. You know I'm exaggerating. But they making a big deal, but that gives credit for being in the New York market and having a great publicist. Because it's a lot of Cam Scatteroo talk, and I don't really know what he's accomplished for him to get this much recognition. But I ain't gonna rain on his parade. Congratulations, but you haven't done anything to be getting this much credit. So I want to give his publicist and playing in the New York market a lot of credit. A lot of Cam Scatteroo talk. What's the accomplishments, football-wise? But
you got to give him his props. The way he played those 8 games is not just
but
the way he played. You know what I mean, Cam? He played with that fiery stuff that New Yorkers like, that swamp, that stuff that New Yorkers like. So, and I know it's only 8 games, and you're right. But that dude
Yo, Mike, how many wins do Cam Scatteroo got?
Well, they don't give running backs wins like that.
But how many wins does he have, Mike? You're an expert. You should know this.
But what are you saying? Cam Scatteroo doesn't have any wins. The team takes on the wins. We don't count wins for running back. So
how many wins does the team have, Mike?
He doesn't have any wins. If you ask me to answer the question, he doesn't have any wins.
What I'm saying is this, man. He's not making that much of a difference to help the team win. And I know it's a team sport, Mike. We know that football is the biggest team sport in America. I'm not taking away from that knowledge. I understand that. But you're acting like it's that much a difference into making this team win or changing the outcome of a game. Of course he has fiery stuff. Look, Jameis Winston is fiery. When he talks a good one, he's before the game, he's motivational. He's on the sideline clapping, all this shit. You said it too, Mike. Very fiery. Is that equal out to changing the outcome of a game? No, Jameis Winston and Mase, like I said, he wasn't here. I hate to give you the credit, like I said the other day. Jameis Winston threw an interception to end the game against last weekend. The very last play of the game, he threw an interception and it ended the game. But he's fiery, Mike. He's motivational. He's motivational, inspirational, fiery.
Yes, Mike. The last person to have this kind of impact with this less of many games, it was Kyrie down in Duke. I remember Kyrie played like 4 games and they were already like, yo, he's gonna be the #1 pick. He only played 4 games, but that was a phenomenal 4 games or 3, whatever it was, before he got injured. And Scatteroo is not producing on that level. It's a big market, Killer, just like you said.
Listen, I ain't hating on
Are y'all trying to backdoor this conversation? What are you trying to say? We're talking so much about Scatteroo because he's a white running back. Is that the backdoor in this conversation right here?
You said it.
Well, okay.
The ice is colder.
I'm discerning the conversation. It's not that I'm making a statement about it. I'm trying to decipher it and figure out.
Well, listen, Mike, listen. Go ahead.
Mike, is white ice cola or black ice?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm with you. I'm with you.
My thing is this. The question is, would it be a problem if, do we have a problem with Scatteroo going to the WWE?